ask you a technical question real quick?
Yeah.
I'll leave you alone. Hey, I saw somebody put something on the channel yesterday. I don't know who it was. That if we get back into Reservoir, we'll increase the price of drip. Is that true?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay,
So
I put 0.2 BNB in there yesterday, and I haven't seen anything. So does it take a while for me to start earning?
You're gonna need to put more than that, Mike. Like,
I know.
Like, look,
You were saying if everybody put money back into Reservoir that's in drip, we will raise the price.
yeah, so let me just explain how the reservoir works real quick, okay? Because I think it's important. So when someone deposits into the reservoir, you're depositing BNB. Half of the BNB that you deposit then gets used on the contract to buy drip from the native DEX. It then takes half the BNB and half the drip, or at this point all the BNB and all the drip, and pairs it in the liquidity pool, right? The native DEX liquidity pool. And now when you're in the reservoir, you get 1% of every swap that takes place paid out to you, meaning your share. So if you own 10% of the reservoir, when someone does a swap, there's a 1% liquidity provider fee on that swap, and you'll get 10% of that fee. That fee is paid out to you, or rewards in general in the reservoir are paid out to you in BNB. So when you deposit BNB into the reservoir, half that BNB is used to buy drip, and then there's a tax scheme in the reservoir where 2% of the so there's a 10% tax when you deposit BNB. 2% of that is permanently locked in the liquidity pool. This creates a higher price floor for drip, a deeper liquidity pool for drip, and helps to create price stability. Right. There's another 3% which gets immediately distributed to people that are already in the reservoir, and the rest of the 10% goes into a vault that pays out its a percentage of its balance every day. Now, this 1% that's taken out of each swap goes into this vault, and what this means is it's a form of time-weighted liquidity provider fees. So unlike other protocols where you are a liquidity provider, say on PancakeSwap, you provide liquidity. Now there's a 3% fee on each transaction, and the percentage that you get paid of this 3% is dependent on the size of the liquidity pool that you make up. But it's a flat 3% fee, and that's distributed with no weighting, just a flat rate every time. With the reservoir, there's a time weighting element to it. So the longer you're a liquidity provider in the reservoir, the greater a share of this 1% swapping fee that you'll get every time. And this reward is allocated to you in drops, right? Drops are the LP tokens on the DEX. And then when you go to withdraw from the reservoir,
the one above with FOREX explaining
it's going
the
to
purpose of the reservoir.
Unpair them, giving you drip and BNB, and then it's going to sell those drip to get all BNB and then pay you out in BNB. So it's a system where you deposit BNB and you get rewards in BNB, but due to the tax system, it's always leaving some of that BNB in the liquidity pool no matter what. So when you deposit, you're helping the price, you're helping provide liquidity and stability, and then even when you withdraw, yes, it's going to cause some sell pressure on the price, but due to the tax structure, you're always leaving something in there, right? And at the end of the day, if everybody was to sell and everybody was to go out of the reservoir, there would still be a significant amount of capital in there that's locked in there forever, and that's how you have a price floor, right? And an ever-increasing price floor. The more capital that goes in there, the more BNB, when all is said and done, if everybody was to remove it, gets left in there due to the tax structure, and this means a higher price floor every time. So there's a practical floor price to drip that a drip could not go under, and it's due to this these locking mechanics that are locking BNB in there.